Bitcoin bounced exactly from the levels that we were indicating over the last couple of days, and now I will show you what's going to happen next if we move directly higher or if we have to be careful here of another pullback. Let's go. Thank you so much for tuning in here on this Monday. We jump directly into the charts. The DXY keeps breaking here into lower levels as we were talking about this already on Friday. This is the most likely outcome to be happening here, getting rejected from the 100-point level and now going here lower. So once we're taking out that low point here at 98 points, I expect a definite further decline in direction of 96, even 95 points here over the next, let it be 2 to 3 weeks approximately, and that of course will lead to the risk on assets and specifically Bitcoin and crypto to go much we then on the Bitcoin CME chart, we are still not trading here because of the holiday, but tonight we're gonna reopen CME, and as it stands currently, we're gonna have a CME gap here from $108,700 to $109,060, but this can of course still change until CME opens. And I want to point out that just above that, for some weird reason, we have here on Thursday also a CME gap created that is not filled yet, all the way up to $111,000. So I hope that we are coming down later a little bit to open around the price where we closed on Friday and then go straight up and fill both CME gaps. On the weekly chart, that looks really healthy to me. This week could be a really nice candle here to the upside for Bitcoin and touching the 2.618 level that we are targeting now for a while at $113,000. And I believe once we're doing that, even if we would go a little bit higher, then it looks to me like that we're gonna get a small pullback here because the stochastic is about to roll over. The RSI is also not in a really good angle going up here, but that doesn't mean that this week can be not a good week for Bitcoin, and potentially even the next week afterwards with a consolidation candle, and then we come slowly back here to lower levels. On the 1 hourly chart, we are about to break above the neckline of the W pattern that I showed yesterday. So this looks like that this is actually going to happen. The only problem that I have with that is that the right side of that W pattern is a little bit lower than the left side, but only marginal, not really significantly, but usually it should be the other way around. So but regardless, we have here right now price consolidating below exactly that neckline. So once you get a break or a 1 hourly close above that, that's where I would enter this trade and trade this all the way up to $118,000. Then on the 15 minutes chart, our scalp trade did get activated. So here we are currently up, not a lot, but I would say like 0.5% or something. Yeah, 0.5% is what we're currently up on that. And also here it looks like we're about to go higher. Stochastic prints a buy signal, MACD losing momentum on the sell side, RSI going sideways because we are at a resistance level, as I just mentioned. But we have reclaimed the prior support level, which is a healthy sign. We are above the EMA ribbon. So here everything looks like that we get continuation over the next 2-3 hours approximately, and potentially all the way up to $112,000. $112,000 into that resistance area here, which would close then also our trade setup. Then on the MDX algo scalp gradients, here also we are printing now darker candles again, which is an indication for continuation to the upside. The reactor indicator also turning here back to the upside. So if we keep printing here a little bit more purple candles and turn then here back into pinkish red, then we can be also pretty sure that we are going here for a new all-time high in the next 2 to 3 days. Yesterday we bounced off here that buy cluster. That was definitely a bullish indication for me to bounce from there, because we had pointed out that we could go down to like $106,000 and bounce from there, and this is exactly what was actually happening here. And even here you can clearly see that W formation on the 4 hourly chart unfolding currently. Then on the liquidation levels, we bounced off the 50 moving average. I told you guys when we bounce above that, that would be also a point of entry here for this trade setup, all the way up to $111,500. So here we are almost at target already. So if you caught that trade down here and now up here, you are up 3.3%. So congratulations if you were able to catch that trade. The lower one did not get executed. I think that will also not happen in a long time. But here this high leverage liquidity pocket that is just sitting here around 105,700 to 107,000 more or less. That will be definitely at some point touched, in my opinion, but it can happen after we went here into new all-time high and then get here a really crazy hammer candle to the downside. And then on the daily chart, also here the 50 moving average is creeping up into higher levels, and that is for us really good. Every day get us a little bit higher here. So I hope that once price action decides to come down to the 50 moving average, that we will be around 103, 104, maybe even $105,000, and had here and got a little bit of a blow off top here, then come back down, touch that, consolidate, and then slowly go here back to the upside and continue to go higher. So currently we are still in that resistance zone from 106,700 to $111,900. I would like to see a little bit more consolidation here before we break above that, but not much. So maybe until next Monday, or Friday to Monday would be like a good moment to break out of that. It can of course happen earlier, and it looks like right now that it will happen earlier, but that would be for me a really good moment with a little bit more consolidation to actually see that happening. So, but like I said, right now it looks like that we're potentially getting this even a little bit earlier. So if you want to trade with me together, guys, and then don't forget, there is a new Telegram group. I'm gonna drop the link potentially tomorrow, but you need to have a Blowfin account to be part of that group, where I'm gonna help you to make a shit ton of money in this market. But you need a Blowfin account with at least $50 in it, and on top of that, with the current link in the description and in the pick on below, you can spin this wheel here and get potentially 1.2 Bitcoin absolutely for free. For one spin is for free. Free Solana, here 0.04 Bitcoin, which is also right now $4,000. Or here 0.0003 Solana or 0.1 Sui, and here also some future bonuses. So make use of that while you can, use the link in the pin below and the description for that, especially if you want to get into that Telegram group, because I'm gonna limit it to only 200 people. So only 200 people will ever get in there, and then for a couple of months I will not let anybody else in. So I can only highly suggest you to get into this. And then the liquidation heat map is showing us the same what I just mentioned here, that I believe that we will run back at some point to $105,800 approximately. That's the highest concentrated area of liquidity currently sitting, and then to the upside here $112,900 has not really changed. From there we could trigger a small short squeeze all the way up to $114,000, but I believe somewhere here in between 113 and 114 there it's going to stop and will come back down to the downside. The total free market cap is looking good right now. Looks like that we potentially are at the end of the consolidation phase and are ready to retest here $946 billion in total market cap. Here just a little bit more patience, but altcoins are waking up slowly. But we should get here in the next coming days at least a retest of that level. The Bitcoin dominance is currently going again slightly to the upside, but nothing really has changed on my stance that here the breakdown is definitely happening in the next coming days. Altcoins are mostly traded by me on Bybit, where you get $30,000 worth of bonuses. All my altcoin trades are happening there, plus the Bybit card, plus $500 free Airdrop position, all with the link in the pin below and in the description. So make use of that, because also this is running out really soon, guys. Then when we look at Ethereum looks it's basically mirroring the total free market cap. So also here we see a move coming. Look here on the daily chart, the stochastic is about to print a buy signal. The RSI is going slightly up. The MACD looks like that this is a bearish fake out. Again, puts pressure on Ethereum to go here higher at any given moment. So worst case, I would say by tomorrow we are going to pump here. We are around the entry price. If we close around that level today, then I would consider entering. Then Solana, our Solana trade also got activated here yesterday. We are currently up, let's see how much we are up on this, currently up 3.9%, and here I would just recommend that you set your stop loss to break even currently, or a little bit above break even, just to protect yourself, because here on the 4-hourly chart it looks like that we're turning around a little bit, and most altcoins look like that, but of course the daily chart's looking much more bullish. But we should not forget that we are trading here around the resistance level, so we could get a rejection and potentially a better entry, potentially all the way down here at $165. if things really take a dark turn here. So that's why if you're here in this trade setup, yeah, set your stop loss a little bit above break even, just to make sure if it turns against you that you don't lose any money. Then Render is here on a run since yesterday. So I hope you got that trade. Here you're currently up 4%, and also here it looks like that we're turning around. Same thing like with Solana. Set your stop loss slightly above break even, just in case that we are running back into that buy cluster here. And the reason why I'm saying this is because currently we have touched here that resistance level here, and got rejected from it. And until we are breaking that, we have to be a little bit careful. When we get above that, everything is fine. We go past $5 and we're gonna print. So but until then, be careful, have your stop losses in place, because your stochastic printing a sell signal, RSI going down, MACD is still bullish, but yeah, you have to be careful on a time frame like that, even though again on the daily it's looking extremely bullish, you know. So if you want to hold that trade, you can do that. I don't believe that we are going here like back to $4.50, as this is like yeah, 7% move to the downside current price, but still, you know, still rather safe than sorry, and protect your capital, and you can then re-enter if we get here close to like $4.60 or something, you know, instead of risking to running into the stop loss. Then Injective also tried here to pump higher today. We are still basically in the process of pumping here. So if you got in here yesterday, so look at this, this was a sniper entry, $12.48. So now we are up quite a bit from there. So we are up 10% from that entry yesterday. So that is a really juicy trade. And then look here at the daily, everything is poised to break higher. Stochastic about to print the buy signal, MACD is looking bullish, RSI is going up. The only thing that we need here for continuation is to break $14.89, and then like I said many times already, then we are going here into that target of $24.36. That is a swing trade, guys, but if you're already up here 10%, yeah, again, set your stop loss 1-2% in profit, just protect yourself if it turns against you, which I highly doubt that is going to happen anytime soon. Then Avi also here above our entry price on the daily, looking a little bit mixed here. And also we have here rising wedge. I don't want to ignore that this here is potentially a rising wedge. So if we're not breaking down from that and we consolidate here a little bit and get a pump, then everything is good. If we break down, then you just wait for that level to be reclaimed of $263 approximately. The next one is still Sui. Also here our trade got activated yesterday. Currently we are up, what is that, almost 3%. On the daily chart you see here how we are flatlining on the stochastic RSI, which is insane, but there's still some sell pressure coming in that we can see on the MACD, but the RSI is also going sideways. So here a small uptick to the upside, and we should get a nice pump to at least like $3.77, $3.80-ish back, and once we reclaim $3.85, we open up the doors to go here all the way back to $4 and beyond that. So that's why I'm still holding my trade. I just wait, because this is still looking good to me. We have bounced from the golden ratio and the mid-range of the EMA ribbon, which is always a bullish indication for continuation. So here just a couple more days of patience in my opinion. And guys, that's already for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I see you with more profit tomorrow.